Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode Jash Reads. Today we are continuing reading Animorphs number 8, The Alien by K.A. Applegate. And as you may have noticed, especially, I guess, longtime viewers, this you can see more of the room because guess what, folks? I have a new webcam, and we have to thank Rev Resner for figuring out a good webcam as well as something within our price range. So don't worry, I'm going to start making this place look a little nicer. Do you see I just threw on some stuffed animals there to help cover it up? This is probably going to be like an hour before filming. I'm going to need to figure all this shit out, but hopefully it will start to look nicer. If you're wondering the reason why those are like that, is a small house. Yeah, Hang on, I'm going to figure out one new option. Sorry, folks. This is the first time I have used this webcam thingy-majig. It was new. Okay, Okay. Hang on, all these things mean. Sorry, I'm just like I saw. Yeah. I hope you can hear me. Like there's these little dots besides the microphone, and I don't know if that means hey, we can't hear you or not. The old sort of quick live streaming thing, it sort of showed when it was picking up, but I assume this is picking up because this is one in the right slot. So yeah. Okay, I can hear it, which means it most likely can hear me. So I'm sorry about that really long introduction. That's partially me just getting used to this new surrounding here. So, yeah, wow. It actually shows me the view counter and also shows how many people are like this video. So, I should start providing content for you to enjoy. You know, over the years, I'll figure something out. Okay, let's do this shit. Again, I'm doing dramatic reading of Animorphs number 8, The Alien by K.A. Applegate. Axe, you hear? There's Aximili Ka, my father said. It was his nickname for me. I couldn't believe it was really him. Yes, father, it's me. It's me, Aximili. I'm on Earth. I don't know how long I can talk. Not long. Is your brother there? It came so quickly, the question I dreaded. I almost lost the contact. I desperately wanted to see my father's face and listen to his words. But at the same time, I did not want to tell him that his oldest son was gone. And there was another thing I did not want to tell him. Alfangor, my father said. Is he... Father, Alfangor is... He was killed. My father looked like someone had punched him. He rocked back. I looked away. I had tried so hard not to think about Alfangor being gone. Somehow, it wasn't real till this moment. Seeing my father's pain made me feel my own. Did he die well? my father asked. The question is part of the ritual of death. It was the question he had to ask. He died in the service of his people, defending freedom. I said, this also is part of the ritual. My father nodded. And has his death been avenged? This was the part I had feared. No, father. My father looked up at me. You are now the eldest son. The burden of revenge is on you. Do you know his killer? Yes. And does his killer still live? Yes. And do you, Eximile, take up the burden of avenging your brother's death? Yes. The ritual is complete. We had both said all the things we were supposed to say. I am so relieved to see that you are still well, my father said. Yes, I wanted to see you, I said. I couldn't. The connection was broken instantly, totally. I was staring at a blank screen. Sorry, but you were breaking my heart. A human voice sneered. I had to cut you off. I spun around. A human. He was 30 feet away, and he was holding a weapon, pointing it at me. Only slowly did I realize that it was no human gun. The weapon in his hand was a Dracon beam, standard Yurk issue. You and I have a lot to talk about, Andalite. Quite a lot. I was frozen. I could not move. The human controller was too far away for me to hit with my tail. Don't try it, Andalite. He sneered. I'll fry you before you can even twitch that tail of yours. But then, Jash! Tobias dived from the top of the dome at full speed. Wings swept back, talons raked forward. He aimed for the man's face. The man threw up his arms. Talons raked the bare flesh of his forearm, leaving red slashes behind. But the man had held onto the Dracon beam. Tobias flew past. Shreds of the human shirt hung from his talon. I leaped forward. Too late. Freeze. I don't want to kill either of you Andalites, but I will if I have to. The man snapped. Tobias swooped away to perch on the huge telescope itself. I just want to talk, the human controller said. You're the one holding the Dracon beam, I pointed out. Then he did something that amazed me. He knelt down and placed the Dracon beam on the floor. He kicked it aside. The weapon went skittering across the polished floor. Now I'm at your mercy, Andalite, he said. You can use that tail of yours, or you can listen to what I have to say. With my stalk eyes, I glanced up and saw Tobias. It's up to you, Axe, Tobias said. This is your party. Speak then, I said to the human controller. My name is Gary Kosler. He said, Don't waste my time. I snapped, trying to sound strong and unafraid. That's a human name. That's the name of your host's body. But I know what you really are. He nodded. All right, my name is Eslyn 359, and you are Exemily, a young Andalite warrior cadet, brother of Beast Alfangor. You see, I heard the last few minutes of your touching conversation. Beast Alfangor? So that is the Yerk name for my brother? Your brother is dead. Eslyn snapped. And so is the one creature in all the galaxy that I cared about. Her name was Durain 344. And do you know what they have in common? Your brother and my Durain? No. What does my brother have in common with a Yerk? Eslyn's human face twisted into an expression of rage. They were both killed by the same being. Visser III? As I said, you and I have a lot in common, Andalite. He struggled to gain control over his human face, but his jaw was twitching as he explained. You Andalite bandits deal off damage by destroying the Kandrona. There is widespread starvation. The most important Yerks, those in vital positions, or those whom the Visser happens to favor, are being shuttled back and forth to the mothership every 3 days. They get a minimal dose of Kandrona rays, enough to keep them alive. Do you expect me to feel bad? I asked. No, I expect the usual Andalite self-righteousness and hypocrisy from you. Eslyn spat. Andalites, the meddlers of the galaxy. Do not anger me, Yerk. I said I would listen. I did not say I would let you spew Yerk lies. Eslyn made a grim smile. I knew you'd come. As soon as I saw the new software, I said to myself, aha, not the usual clumsy human effort, this. An Andalite corrected the software. An Andalite who wanted to use the radio telescope as a Z-space transmitter. I've been waiting for you. I knew you'd come. And here I am, I said. I felt like a fool. Of course the Yerks would have one of their own people in a position at the observatory. It was obvious. I had been an idiot. An idiot! My Durain. We came from the same pool. We went through training together. She and we had been together for a long time. We were very close. She understood me. But I had this important post at the observatory, while Durain was given a minor post. When you Andalite bandits destroyed the ground-based Kandrona, Visser III moved quickly. He said everyone would survive. He said he had found a way. But he lied. Too many Yerks, not enough Kandrona rays. It was simple division. So he shuttled so-called important controllers up to the mothership. And the rest Eslyn seemed to notice the bloody gashes on his arm for the first time. He touched them gingerly. You Andalites must love this planet. So many nasty species for you to morph. Was your Doreen one of the ones killed? She was expendable, Eslyn said. Then he smiled. I've had some small revenge already. The Visser's favorites are shuttled up to the mothership every 3 days to feed. I sabotaged one of the shuttles. That threw off the feeding schedule. Now some of the Visser's friends are starving and dying, like my Doreen died. That's why we're starting to see controllers losing it, Tobias said privately to me. That's why it took so long. Visser III had it under control till this guy messed with his plan. Are you finished, Eslyn? I asked him. I've heard your story. Is there a point to it? Ah, you want the point of the story. Yes, of course. The point. The point is this. Visser III inhabits an Andalite body, and sometimes he feeds like an Andalite. What's that mean? Tobias asked me. He feeds like an Andalite, almost alone. He has guards, of course, but they stay back. He is vulnerable, and I know the place where he feeds. Why are you telling me this, Yerk? Why? He bared his human teeth in a grimace of rage. Because I want him dead. I want Visser III dead. He killed my Doreen. He killed the only one in the galaxy I have ever had feelings for. He did it. And I want him to pay with his life. The foul half-Andalite scum. I want him dead. He calmed himself down, at least a little. He pulled a small piece of paper from his pocket. He placed on the desk. Time and place, he said. You have a day to prepare. This could be a trap. Eslyn sneered. I could have killed you here. You have your duty, Andalite, the burden of revenge, your brother's killer, your greatest enemy. You Andalites are great ones for duty. So do your duty, Andalite. And that's that for that chapter. So, woo! That I loved playing that controller. I felt like he's so sassy. Yeah. And I'm like afraid I'm going to play this back and not hear anything. I really hope that's not what's happening. Really wish. Hang on. Uncle timestamps, participants, pop out chat. Ta-da. Okay, yay. So Axe got reminded of his burden of revenge. He got reminded that, yeah, you're gonna have to kill Visser III, and now after I guess the ritual, it's all official and stuff. And yeah, like Axe is basically not having a very good day. He calls first, and the first guy that answers is like, "Oh yeah, you're going to have to take the blame for what Alfangor did. Oh, and now the father's reminding you, hey, you're going to have to kill Visser III, one of the worst enemies our species has ever faced. And it's like, oh yeah, I shouldn't come into work today. But yeah, that human controller, that was great fun to play. And we also get to see the Yerk perspective of what's going on. And we got to also figure out the question of why now were they suddenly starting to see all these dead human controllers. So, my question for today from this chapter is, if you were in Axe's position here, would you agree to helping the controller kill Visser III? Would you go, yay, I can kill Visser III, burn revenge and everything, get that done? Or would you go, I don't really trust him, I think he might be up to something? What would you choose? Please comment below. And please remember, you can comment about anything in this chapter. You just don't have to do the question. You can comment on anything, especially this lovely room. Yeah, like the decorations. We worked extra hard. Okay, now let's see. If you agree, no, actually, if you sympathize with the controller about, the love of your life dying and doing anything to get revenge, please like this video. And mind you, only if the love of your life was murdered by some horrific person. No. Not just oh, my wife or husband or whatever died and now I have to go on a murder spree. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Just if this big bad killed your girl, what would you do? If you sort of agree with them, like. Also, remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will be reading the entire Animorphs series here, so you don't want to miss a thing, so click that subscribe button. I'm going to assume you don't want to miss a thing because after 22 minutes, you are still here, so yeah, that's. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, now, let's see, I did the like, subscribe. Oh, yeah, if you're watching this on my bloggity blog and watching on the desktop version of my bloggity blog, please choose the follow by email option wherever the heck it's run off to, so you never again miss out on one of my blog posts. I don't just do these lovely Jash reads, I also do fan fiction, analysis of different things, and a bunch of stuff that you will just love because I do it. And the next video in my Animorphs Dramatic Reading series will be on Friday. I don't know if I said in this video or another video, but basically what's happening is I'm feeling sick and just stressed out, so I'm cutting it to 2 Animorphs Dramatic readings a week, just so I could still get stuff out and still, make sure my body recovers some. And once I'm all recovered, it'll be back to 4 parts per week. Don't worry. Hopefully, unless I really start liking this only 2 weeks format. And let's see. That's it. So, bye. Let's end the stream. Are you sure you want to end your stream? Not yet! End! End! Press the red button.